The Canon EOS R is the camera that changed my life, and it's a camera worth buying in 2023. Let me tell you why. Now, before you go out and purchase the Canon EOS R, or any camera for that matter, it's important to think about two major things, and that is what you're going to use the camera for and what are the main features you cannot live without. As far as the Canon EOS R goes, it came out in late 2018 and I purchased it in about spring of 2019. So I've had the camera approximately 4 years and I have just adored and loved this camera. It's been with me the whole way in terms of my photography journey and especially on this YouTube channel. Some of the base features that are worth considering and what I considered back in 2019 was that it was a full frame mirrorless camera. It was a 30 megapixel sensor. It had an articulating LCD screen. It had dual pixel autofocus, and it also has 4K video capabilities. In 2019, those were the features that I was most enamored with this camera, and that's why I purchased it. Now, how I was going to use the camera was mainly for landscape photography and cityscape photography. The Canon EOS R has served me well in my YouTube photography adventure. It's a very capable, professional camera. You can go out and make money with the Canon EOS R. And one of the other major reasons, and it's really just a bonus on why I purchased this camera, is the lens system that comes along with the Canon EOS R. Its newly minted RF lenses are second to none, especially the L series lenses. And yes, they are starting and continue to create a bigger lineup of the less expensive non-L series glass. But that being said, it's good to pinch some pennies somewhere and invest in good glass. Good glass is going to get you a long way. I met a gentleman at the mall many moons ago. He was an older gentleman, older photographer, and he gave me one tip, one piece of advice, and that was to buy the fastest, best glass that you could find, that you could afford. And that's what I've kind of kept that mantra in my head as I've made my way through this photography journey. The Canon R series of cameras, including the Canon EOS R, have a very dependable autofocusing system. It has treated me right throughout the years, and I just can't complain. Of course, there are cons to every camera, and some of the cons are, yes, is it a bit slow? Would you be using it for, let's say, sports photography? Probably not. But it does great in landscapes, it does great in portraits, product photography. I would even venture to guess that I've seen a lot of photographers in the wedding space use this camera. This is still a great first camera if you're looking to get into the mirrorless line of cameras with a very dependable autofocusing system and an assortment of lens. Not only can you add the RF lineup of lenses, which are spectacular, you can dip into the EF lineup of lenses with an adapter onto your Canon EOS R. Since day one, I cannot say enough good things about the articulating LCD screen. I had it way back on, I believe, the T2i, or maybe it was the T3i, but nonetheless, those Rebel cameras have always had them on them. I've used them with my students in my professional job as an educator, and all the way till now, I've just enjoyed the flip out screen, and the adjustableness of that screen really just supports a lot of different style of shooting. Now, I mainly shot this video to talk about its photocentric features. However, this camera does have 4K video capabilities, and it does just fine. It shoots great in 4K, it shoots great in 1080p. Now, we're not going to talk about its C-Log capabilities because it does have them at 8-bit and 10-bit if you're on a monitor, but if you want to grade your footage, superb. At our school district, I use a standard profile to shoot in 4K, and the video is just spectacular. It comes out great on the other end. Obviously, you need to be lit right, but at the same time, you should have great lighting whenever you're doing a set or a setup for a shot in video. But if you're running and gunning, I've used it also to vlog with for many years. So it's been my workhorse, and it continues to be a camera that I'll keep in my bag for a long time to come. Now, I'm like everyone else. I'm always looking and inquiring because I am a camera guy and I like cameras. But nonetheless, the Canon EOS R is a great choice if you're looking for a mirrorless camera with a good amount of megapixels, 30 megapixels, and just a strong autofocusing system. So this camera, currently ranging from $1,500 to $1,800, is a great buy in this space. There's really not a camera quite like it. There are some other cameras in this range. I'll leave them down in the description below. They are the Nikon Z6, the Sony A7 III, and the Panasonic Lumix S5. Like I said, check out those cameras further down in the description below. I have links for all of them. They all have similar features, price, functionality, and I feel like you buy any one of those cameras and they're going to serve you well for many years to come, and they just might become the camera that changed your life. Now, why has this camera changed my life? Well, it's the camera that I chose back in 2019, and it's the camera I continue to use today in 2023, and it's taken me a lot of places. It's been with me. It's been my right-hand camera, if you will, and I've been out shooting all over the country with this very camera, and I just enjoy shooting on the Canon EOS R. There's nothing like knowing a camera inside and out, knowing its strengths, its weaknesses, and curtailing your shots to your camera and your lenses. And when it's all said and done, again, in 2023, most any camera that you purchase is going to be a great camera for you. So I'm not really here to try to sell you on the Canon EOS R. I'm just telling you how it changed my life. Until the next one, I love y'all. Peace.